Hello everyone, and welcome back to TerraFirmaCraft Reloaded 2, Part 8. There's a weird pause. So I've been walking around thinking of exactly what I wanted to do, because I want to get back into this. I know I've been away for far too long, and I've been reminded numerous times of that. And I apologize, but I'm hoping to be back now. So one thing that I just noticed is I'm out of food. I need to go on a bit of an adventure and I'm out of food, but luckily it looks like these watermelons, oh dear, these watermelons are ready to go. Hold on, can I? There we go. Any goodies? No goodies. Okay, that's fine. But the watermelons are done. The jute's almost done, but that's not food. This... There it is. This is food. There we go. And I forget who it was now, but someone did tell me how to process this into real food. I need a knife for that. But I will deal with that in just a minute. Can I replant? Can I not replant? I wanted to replant because watermelon's actually pretty decent. Let me see if I can find a knife real quick. Did I ever hang one up? Oh, there's a knife. Very good. Alright, so I should be able to just place it down, grab the knife, and do that. There's the watermelon seeds. Okay, that's what I was looking for. I'll combine all those here in just a little bit. So I've been doing some thinking in regards to how I generally record, how I generally edit, that sort of thing. I always end up going over a time frame that I'd like to do. And what I would like to do is fix that. I wanna shorten the videos a little bit because they are a little bit on the long side. I do tend to ramble. It's already been about 2.5 minutes now, and that's what I do. I ramble, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. So what I think I can do to sort of counteract that, and I know I'm replanting this in the same spot, which isn't necessarily the best, is kind of adventure and chat at the same time. Unfortunately, that's not always going to work, especially if I'm taking long treks across the ocean, because that's just boring content, you know? It's not the most exciting thing to watch. And that's actually something I'm about to have to do, because when I was fixing save files, I had to uninstall and reinstall some stuff. Ooh, this is growing some more. And in the process, I lost my map. All my waypoints are gone, which is really detrimental, honestly, because that means I don't know where any of the ore is. I've lost everything. So I'm going to place a waypoint back here so that I can come back here, and I'm going to hop on that boat, and I need to go back to that acacia forest that I was at the last episode. Reason being is I would like some charcoal, so we're going to set this as home. We're going to make it white. We'll make it green. We'll make it green. But yeah, I'm out of charcoal. I'd like to get charcoal back. And I could use some of this, but eh. So I'm gonna grab this. I have my axe, and I'm gonna go on a small little adventure to get some more charcoal, because I'd like to start processing some of the iron that I have. I have obtained some limonite, a good bit of it. I think I did that in a previous episode. So I have a good chest. Well, not a chest full. I have several stacks of 16 limonite, and it's all poor limonite, so none of it's that great. But it's a starting point so that I can get some iron going, and that's the important stuff. So I'm gonna start traveling south, which is, I'm pretty sure, the location of the acacia forest. I'll do some more charcoal obtaining, and then once I'm done with that, then we can actually get to work on some stuff. So the beginning here is basically just saying, hey, I'm back. Sorry for how long it took for part 7 to come out. I know it was a couple of months, I believe. But I'm gonna try to not do that again. It's slow going. There's a lot of stuff going on in life, and you know how it goes. Adulthood sucks. If you're not an adult and you're watching this, don't grow up. It's a trap. But I'll be back here in a little while. Whenever I have some charcoal going, probably won't show too much until I'm back. Just wanted to show show what's going on a little bit. But yeah, I'll be back in just a little while. So while waiting for the charcoal, I was just kind of wandering around because the sun just came out of my hidey hole, and I noticed this, so I dug. I forgot to bring a pickaxe with me though, but down here, there's traces of magnetite. That's a type of iron, so I can come back here and do some iron mining whenever I actually make a new pickaxe, which I need to do. But I just wanted to show that off because that means that there's going to be more iron coming in. Ooh. Alright. Nice little shot of the wall. I just got back. Well, I've been back here for a little bit. I ate a bowl of ice cream. I can cool myself down because it's scalding. It's in the south and it's middle of summer. You know, temperature extremes all year round. Oh, I broke my thing. Well, I just made a new pick head with a 10% bonus on it. Look at that. 10.3% bonus. It's so beautiful. So now I can go back and mine that, I almost said malachite, not malachite, magnetite. I can go back and mine that magnetite if I want to. It's been raining for a long time, and it won't stop, and it's kind of frustrating. But I got all this acacia wood, and on top of that acacia wood, I got some charcoal. There was a little bit of charcoal left in here that I totally forgot about. This is actually kind of hot because I was just heating up the metal. But what I'd like to do now is actually, finally, get that bloomery up and running. So let me get a little bit more of this. I should have some marble brick laying around, I think, somewhere. I didn't really check before I... Yeah, there we go. And I put away... There we go. There's the bloomery from last episode. And so let's see if I can do this right. So I believe I have to do... I'm gonna do like this. And then like that. Hey, the rain's gone. Cool. And then we'll do this. Can I... Yeah, there we go. I love smart moving. It's like one of the coolest mods out there. I was about to say, I know it stopped raining, but that's just the sound of that. It's still cooking away. All right, now, do I need to make this like a solid? I think I'll do like that. Okay, yeah, it gives it a little bit of a chimney look, you know? That's not too bad. And I'm gonna seal that right there, and let's pop that there. We have the bloomery! Ha 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 ha! It's beautiful. All right. So with the bloomery, we can take, not that, we can take this. Let's see if I can actually do this right. Yep. Ooh, I just realized something. It's been raining. I'm gonna need a trapdoor of some kind. Can I make one out of bismuth bronze? Yeah, so I just get that bronze sheet. I can make a trapdoor, a bronze sheet and a bronze ingot. That's a little awkward. Okay, that's I think I have a sheet. I put it in a barrel that's kind of close by, and the sun's going down, of course, as soon as I start recording. All right, so I think I could just toss that in there. I'm totally doing this wrong. Oh god, it's been so long. Can I have that back? I'd really like that back. Thank you. Do I do this first? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that what I do? And then toss that on top of it? Yes, okay, and that's molten ore. This totally feels wrong. That totally feels wrong. Yeah, because this says 0 charcoal. Yeah, okay, something's definitely wrong. Oh no, did that just break all of the limonite? I'm gonna cry. Oh no! So it's been like absolutely no time later. I just double checked on some stuff and I'm technically doing it right. So I'm supposed to fill this up, like so. And then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So throw in 8. Well, now it's just suddenly working, I guess, but it's a little bit awkward, I feel like. And let's do half a stack of that. We'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Throw more in. I feel like it should be letting me do more, but it's only letting me go to 16. Which tells me I probably did something wrong, but that's okay. Okay, you know what? It's working. Not sure why it wasn't working before, but it's working. There's the molten ore in the center. Okay, so that's going. We finally have some iron cooking up, because that's something that we're gonna need. Sorry about being a complete failure. It's been a minute since I've done all of this. I've done it in the past, but it's been quite a long time. Can I not? Oh. Man, I need to get back in the swing of things. All right, so we're gonna have the iron going. We're gonna get a new iron anvil to replace the bismuth bronze anvil, and that's gonna take us pretty far into the future. And the plan is from there to make a Tinker's Construct smeltery, actually, because I'm pretty sure you have to have a bloomery, or you have to have iron in order to get to that point. I don't remember exactly why, but there's something that limits you from being able to get that far until you have that. So once I do, oh, it's the bucket, because you have to put lava into it, and you need a bucket for that. So you need the iron for a bucket, and that sort of thing. This is going to take some time. All right, so I'm going to be back whenever that's ready. I know I said I was going to do fewer cuts, but I mean we're just waiting for iron. You know how it is. So I had a bit of an idea. So I was just talking about how I'm going to be doing the smeltery, but then I was like, oh, but I don't have all the grout that I need in order to do that. And I don't have the stuff to make all the grout, so why don't I go get that stuff? So there should be clay somewhere in this vicinity. I'm pretty sure that's why I picked this area, because the rainfall should be, yeah, 500. That's what I thought. All right, so that means that there is the possibility of getting clay in this area. So I need to go find, oopsie, come on. There we go. I need to go find some clay. And I'm also going to need a good bit of gravel, and I'm going to need a good bit of sand, but that's not hard to do. There's my tunnel into nothingness, if you remember that. I made that, I think I made that the thumbnail of the last video. But there should be clay somewhere around here. I never memorized the exact location, so let's go take a little bit of a wander and see if we can find some, and hopefully we can find some stuff along the way. It's definitely a bummer though. I had this whole island mapped out at one point, and that's all gone now. If I remember right, there's graphite over there. I'm probably gonna actually have to go back and watch old footage just to find out where there was some stuff laying around. It's gonna take a little bit of time, especially if I'm gonna bother memorizing all of that. But it's gonna need to be done. But let's grab and let's go find some clay. Ooh, a little bit of lag. Let's find some clay. So we're looking for those golden rods. Keep an eye on the rainfall. It's still in 500. So if I can find those golden rods, then we'll be in some business. I did not bother checking to see if I actually had clay back at the house. Pretty sure I didn't, or at least not a significant amount. I know I can make fire clay, which can also be turned into smeltery stuff. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Nice and fast. Alright, so we'll grab this clay. It might take a little bit of time. What are you, cotton? I'm going to leave you there. Is that the sound of the sun going down? No, it's straight above me. Alright, luckily this actually stacks all the way up to 64. There's a lot of things in this mod pack that only go to 32, but thankfully clay is not one of those things. So I can just get a good bundle of clay. That'll make me feel real good. I might get a couple of stacks. I like to get a decent amount of grout for a decent sized smeltery. That's how I generally play the game, and I would like to have a decent sized smeltery. I might even, if I decide to get bold enough, go with 2 seared tanks instead of just the one, so I can have some extra lava. Oh, and we're getting into dirt, my bad. I'd like to get a little bit of extra lava just to make sure things last a little while, because that's gonna end up replacing my crucible. The crucible is very good for melting down metals early game, and for vanilla, quote unquote vanilla, TerraFirmaCraft, it's the best means of processing metal, I believe, all the way through endgame. But this is a mod pack. It's not just TerraFirmaCraft, it's a bunch of other things, and we are going to be getting into some serious stuff later on down the road. For example, immersive engineering is in this pack, which means I could build an arc furnace. Oh, I have 3 stacks of clay. I wasn't even paying attention. 3 stacks of clay, so that means I need a good bit of gravel and a good bit of sand. I should have a decent amount of sand already. So let's, should I just keep grabbing? This is quartzite. It doesn't matter what kind of sand I have, it's fine. Does this fill back in? I think that fills back in. Looks like it does. Makes a full, what you call it, source block? Yeah, that's totally fine. Okay. Before I make the entire beach look ugly, I just wanted to make sure of that. Alright, so we are going to grab a good bit of sand. So that's technically 1 stack. If we have 3 stacks of clay, that means we have to get 6 stacks of sand and 6 stacks of gravel, because they only stack to 32. Now, I should have a decent amount of that back at the house, so that's something to consider. But I would also like some glass, because I would like to build an actual house. I've been thinking about the way I designed my current, I don't even want to call it a house, my current little shack. And I like the idea I was going with, but there's not really any good execution of the idea. Where I was trying to basically go with not a box. And in the process, it might as well have been just a box, if that makes sense. Like, it still doesn't look good. It's just a base that I slapped down on the ground with the idea of looking better than a box, and then it didn't end up looking better than a box. So changes are going to need to be done with that. And let's see, we are at almost 4 stacks. So I need 2 more stacks of sand, so another 64 in total. Man, I am off my recording game. It's been so long. I've been doing some streaming. I've been kind of neglecting that as well. Like I said before, a lot of stuff's been going on IRL, and that makes things a lot more difficult in regards to finding time and energy to actually sit down and record or sit down and stream, and it cuts into stuff, you know? The adult life is not the most glamorous. How much are we looking at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. So that should be enough sand. That should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Beautiful. And then I need 6 sets of gravel. I don't really have enough stuff to just throw in the ground. Well, maybe I do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess I can throw the sticks in the ground. So that would leave 6. Oh, and the sun's going down, so I gotta do this kind of quickly. I don't remember how much gravel I have back at home. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be getting flint out of this too. But that's okay. Well, maybe it's gonna be okay. That is gonna be taking up one of those inventory spaces though, so that's a downside. And I'm getting a lot of flint right off the bat. But I need a lot of gravel, and this does take a little bit longer to dig, just barely. So I might have to go see how much I have laying around back at the base. But I'd like to get at least a little bit, just so I can start preparing some grout. It's going to be a little bit until I have the smeltery set up. It's not exactly something I'm going for this episode. It's more of I'm preparing it now, so that I don't have to do as much later, while the bloomery goes. And speaking of, the bloomery should be almost, if not completely done by now. So let me, now that the sun's going down, pack it up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. So that's 2 of the 6 stacks. So let's head back home. And I know it's going to be awfully dark. Let me hold these torches. Make life a little bit a little bit brighter. All right, let's go. Oh, I just realized because I lost all the waypoints, I have to go find those fire shards because I wanted to get into ThermaCraft, and I totally could right about now. But I lost the waypoint for those fire shards, and that was going to be how I got things started, and without that, that's going to be really tough. So I'm going to have to go back to old footage and find those fire shards. I don't think it was that far away. Oh, I shouldn't have punched him. That's going to attract every zombie in the area. Or maybe not. I guess that was fine. Okay, we're almost home. Am I slower? There we go. I hear a spooter and I hear a skelly brew. Let's just head this way. I really love the smart moving mod. It makes traversing the terrain so much better, and honestly, in my opinion, it adds a sense of realism to everything. It makes things a lot nicer. I think the jute's done too. The maze isn't quite done yet, but yeah, the jute's definitely done. It was just the one piece. It looked like more, but it's just the... Well, I guess I got 2 out of it technically, which is nice. All right, so we are back home. Yeah, looks like the bloomery is all set and done. Let's check here. I should have... That's just quartzite. That's dirt. Full set of sand. All right, well, there's all the sand. There's some gravel. There's the clay. Cool. Have a little munch as we slowly, dramatically walked forward, and there is the raw iron bloom. Gimme. So now we are officially in the Iron Age. We have gotten our achievement. And actually, let's look over the achievements for TerraFirmaCraft. What have we done and what do we need to do? We've done a lot. We have not found an actual diamond. I have not found a rutabaga. I guess I haven't poked a creeper with a stick yet. I haven't messed up an ingot, so I guess that's not a bad thing. I just hit that. The next step would be a blast furnace in order to make steel, but a blast furnace is going to take quite a while to accomplish. But with this, and actually I'd like to go ahead and get another set of it going. So that's 240, the next would be 480. After that would be... I almost said 6, that's not going to be right. It's going to be 7... my brain just shut off. 760. Yeah, okay, so 480, 760. Cool. I'm trying to get it to where it's a solid number, if that makes any sense. All right, so let's do more charcoal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's throw in 8 of you, and 8 of you. Another 8, and another 8. Is that not right? Is it only going to let me do a little bit at a time? Yeah, no, that's not right. Why are you not... I swear... Ah, there it goes. It's just taking a little bit to update. You know what? No, it's fine. It's fine. Let's go ahead and light its candle. Cool. All right, so while that does that, we can maybe work on some other stuff then, huh? Let's see, let's see. So we have that sand. We already had some, but do we have any gravel? That is the big question. I don't see any gravel sitting around, so that leads me to think that I don't have any extra, so I need to actually go get some. I also wouldn't mind getting an actual bed, because I don't have an actual bed yet. Let's see. I'm going to use those pumpkins later for a light source, because you can make jack-o'-lanterns and they don't go out like candles do. So I won't have to keep running around lighting everything back up. There's a wither over there. So I just didn't have any gravel, did I? I have 6 right here, and I have that extra sand. But that's not really what I'm thinking is most important. Is there any gravel over here, or is it just sand? It looks like... No, actually, that looks like gravel. Yeah, this is all gravel. Okay. So let's do that. How much did I have back there? I think I had 2 stacks? Might have been 3 stacks, but regardless, I'll grab up some more. I would like to, or I'm going to end up needing to make a new shovel here pretty soon. So I'll do that. While I do this, I think I'll just speed this up for you so that it's not as boring. I don't really have much to talk about at this second, but I am trying to get you guys to see more of what I do as I do it, you know. So I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, so now that we are done with that, we can go up and actually start whipping up some grout. So I actually ended up getting, I think, all that I'm gonna want. Get this back out. Is the sun about to come back up? Or is that just cricket sounds? I think it was just... I don't see the moon anymore. I don't know. I don't know how long it's been. I don't think it's been all that long. There we go. And in case you're wondering, I had this sitting right there. It's my last jug, though, so I'm getting kind of low. All right, so we have the 4 of that. Let's see. There was that. There was 1, 2. Okay, cool. So I did get that right. Very good. Let's put all of you away. Let's also put the limonite away. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put you away. 1, 2, 3. Put the jute away, along with the seed, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should do us. So I think if I do you, and you, I'll get that. Oh, good. It stacks to 64. That is what I like to see. Fantastic. Now, grout is a little bit of a pain to process, if I remember right. Yeah, because you can only do it like this. So that's kind of a pain. Let me light this up real quick. Hopefully it's not too bad. But you have to make it just like you would heat up metal or make sand into glass. How much longer on this? 8 hours. So this is going to take a little bit of time. I'm just going to fill that up so that it doesn't mess me up here, but this is going to be my life for a little bit. I'm just going to make some grout so that I can have a smeltery later on, and that way whenever I actually make a new house, which I will probably tear out everything here and replace it with a nicer building. I'm gonna have like an underground area, so a ladder going down, a nice little 3x3 tunnel with support beams on the side. I'll try to make it look kind of nice, and then it'll probably poke out somewhere down there, I think, if I keep in the same area. How long is this gonna take? Longer than I would like so far. I was about to say, is it not gonna get any hotter? This is gonna take forever. So I will come back here in a little while whenever the bloomery is done. I'll probably whip up the rest of the limonite that I have, just so I can get enough iron blooms to do something before the end of the episode, which is very soon. And then we'll finish this up. And I'll talk to you in just a little bit. Okay, it's been a long time. This takes a long time to do, and then the seared brick takes forever. I only ended up doing 1 stack because I couldn't keep it up. So now that that's all done, I should be able to heat all of this up and process it basically, because I need to get this to a workable point. Now, luckily, this can't melt in the in the forge here, so I can just leave the stuff in here with absolutely no worry. As this heats up, it'll become workable, and once it's workable, then I can take it over to the anvil and I can hammer it down, and once it's hammered, it will become refined iron bloom, and it'll separate into sets of 100, and it'll push away the rest. So since this is in sets of 240, it'll get me 2 sets of 100 and then a set of 40, and it'll do that for every single one. And then I can take those 40s, and then I can put those all together into another set of hundreds. So just to kind of space everything out and makes it that's why I did 5, so that way I can get another set of 100. And then I'll be able to start working with this. Now, I don't think it's going to be enough. It should get me, what, 10, 11, I think, maybe 12 sets. So it's not quite enough for an anvil, but it's very, very close. I think I need 14 for an anvil. Actually, don't I have wrought iron from killing zombies? Yeah. So I have 3 wrought iron already from killing zombies from here and there. So that actually might get me enough to make the iron anvil. We'll see how this goes at the end. I'm gonna cut away, wait for all this to happen. I'll show a little bit of the hammering process, refining the iron, and then we'll make the anvil, and then we'll be all done. Actually doing a lot more in this episode than I was expecting to. But yeah, I know it's long cuts, but we're making progress. I want to get to the point where we can actually start doing some heavy stuff. You know, I want to get into some machinery. I want to get into ThermaCraft. That's a huge thing that I'm looking forward to doing. But we'll see how long that takes. This iron shouldn't take too much longer. Oh, it's already orange. Wow, I think it can go all the way up to white. Let me see, do I have any extra charcoal? Yeah, good. I'd hope I have extra charcoal after all the time I spent over in the acacia forest again. Oh, which I did find. So I just went south because that's usually where acacia is. I hit 6,000. I was like, oh, it's not over here. So I just went straight east, and boom, I ran straight into an island with acacia forest. And you can see the damage that I did right in here with some of the trees. Looks like there's a little number 1 over there. That's weird. But yeah, we'll go back there whenever we need more stuff, or if just we need more wood in general. I did end up putting some log piles with acacia just outside there. It's getting a little bit dark. Whoops. Okay. I was going to cut, but I don't think I need to at this point. Look at that. Beautiful. You can even weld. It's not going to let me do any kind of welding, but... Okay, so we are going to refine this. And it just wants hammer, so I can shrink. Hammer, hammer, hammer. Shrink, shrink. Hammer, 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 hammer. There we go. Oh, it doesn't separate it? I thought it used to separate it. Well, that's fine. This won't take very long. I swear it used to do that. Okay, so does this get refined again? How exactly does this work? Split. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it. Okay. So let's get that done. So we'll toss this back in here. Let that heat up again. And that's how it splits up. And once it's split, then I can actually work with it. Do I have to melt it into a... I can't remember now. Let's see. So we split that on the anvil. And I can heat it into wrought iron. I guess that's what I'm supposed to do. And then I can make that, and then I can make the anvil. So that's turning back to yellow, which is fantastic. Yellow, white. Let's see if I can just go ahead and use that real quick. Split. See? Cool. And that just knocks it out. Set you in there, and then pull you out and set you in there. And I'll just have that one little bit of 40 sitting around. Do I have any? I don't have any ceramic molds in here, but I can put some in here. I think I just do this, right? Or am I supposed to do something else? Oh, no, wait, I can totally hammer it out. Never mind. Ignore me. Honestly, I think that makes this a little bit easier. All right, I'm probably gonna speed this up a little bit just to make viewing a little bit easier. So give it just a little bit and we'll be done here very shortly.
Nice.
And there we go, that is 7. I can cool those down here in just a little bit. And this piece I think is going to immediately become a new pickaxe. Because why not, you know? So let me cool this down real quick. I should have a barrel of water just out here. Barrel of fresh water, there we go. So use that to cool all the iron down. Just to make sure that it can all be stacked up. It should be fine, yeah, except for this one. Beautiful. And using that, well, let me hop over here. I don't know, real point in doors, right? So let me pick up this anvil here, which just goes straight onto my back. And then I will craft a brand new wrought iron anvil. Look at that. And I think that's gonna immediately become the new thumbnail, just like before. Yeah, let's take a good screenshot there. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, so let's make a new hammer. Or not hammer, I'm sorry, a new pickaxe. See if I can do this right immediately. I think it goes draw. Ooh, no, that's not gonna be right because then it has to do that. Draw, bend, punch. Draw, bend, punch. Nope. Draw, bend, punch. Oops. Bend, punch. So close, man. Bend, punch. Nope. Nope. Draw, bend, punch. Ha ha ha! A wrought iron pickaxe head. And that is going to be our next tool to use. But look at that durability. It's almost double. That's really nice. So we have a brand new wrought iron pick. We are officially in the Iron Age now. And I'll go ahead and take this out. So that's awesome. We have a brand new anvil. The bloomery has been a wondrous success. I probably went a good bit over on the recording against what I was saying I was going to be doing earlier, but I think the next episode is going to be more slowed down. I want to make a new house. We'll see what I end up doing, but the main idea is I'd like a nicer looking place to live, because right now this is just is kind of a mess. But yeah, we'll look into that. We'll also explore the possibility. Oh, the crops are growing. We'll explore the possibilities of some of the technical mods, such as immersive engineering. I'm very excited about that. I just need the fire clay to make a coke oven, so I can start getting treated wood, that sort of thing. And I think that's going to be a wonderful thing to do. Let's grab some of this while I'm talking. But yeah, I think that is going to be it for me today. And it shouldn't be too long until I get back into recording. I know, like I said, I spent oh god, he actually scared me. I spent way too long away from doing all of this, but I think I'm back, guys. I think I'm actually back and ready to go. So I will see you next time. Thank you very much for watching, and yeah, thanks for stopping by.